Behind the Badge, brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Welcome back. Gone, but not forgotten. Longtime paramedic Jason Sorensen died last week, but his life-saving legacy continues on in the people he rescued over the years. Last November, ABC4's Rick Aaron profiled Lieutenant Sorensen in a Behind the Badge segment, and tonight he takes a look back.
I only got to spend an hour with Lieutenant Sorensen. We were on a mountain cliff with a life flight helicopter hovering a few hundred feet above us. Not the ideal place to have a conversation, but for him, it was the perfect setting. On this day, Sorensen was evaluating hoist rescues during a training exercise at Brighton Ski Resort, but usually he was the paramedic dangling on the end of the cable.
Every one of them is a little bit different. You know, your terrain's a little bit different. Sometimes it's steep, sometimes it's rocky. A lot of rock climbers who have fallen. Sometimes we're real close up against the rocks, and I mean, our pilots are amazing. They'll put you in spots that you never thought you could get.
At the time, the bountiful native was finishing up a 20-year career with the Davis County Sheriff's Office and about to go full-time with Intermountain Life Flight, where he served as a rescue medic and a jet pilot. Despite his hundreds of successful missions, he was humble.
I wouldn't call myself a hero by any means. I feel lucky that I'm allowed to do this. I love this job. It's good to have a job that you feel like you're kind of making a difference in people's lives, and it's exciting.
7 months after that story aired, Jason suddenly went from rescuer to victim when a small plane he was riding in crashed June 25th near Legacy Parkway. Bystanders pulled him from the burning wreckage before his paramedic colleagues arrived.
Just seemed like a bad dream, did not seem real, but I knew that we had to get him to the hospital as quickly as we could.
Lieutenant Jason Boydston was one of Sorensen's closest friends. He says Sorensen was able to say goodbye to his wife Amy and children River and Sam before passing away at the hospital 4 days after the crash. He was 47 years old.
He was the best. He would do anything for you, help you out any way he could. Jason affected numerous lives over his career. All over the state, throughout the county. He had wonderful relationships with all the fire departments, law enforcement agencies.
On July 5th, a group of Jason's colleagues hiked up to the hillside star above Kaysville and shined their lights down to honor their friend.
It's our outward showing of our gratitude for what Jason did for us. In a world that's a little bit chaotic, it's our way of shining a little light in the darkness. It's a tragedy to lose such a good individual, a strong healer within the community, and this is our way of healing as well.
Following his Wednesday morning funeral service at Lindquist Mortuary in Layton, Lieutenant Jason Mitchell Sorensen will be laid to rest at Centerville City Cemetery. A charitable account has been set up for his family, and if you'd like to help, we have the link on our website, abc4.com/badge. For Behind the Badge, I'm Rick Aaron, ABC4 News.
To see more Behind the Badge stories or to nominate a first responder for a Rick profile, just head over to our website, abc4.com/badge.